What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets. Hope everybody's having an excellent week. Training camp is in full effect, and there's a lot of news coming out surrounding the Jets. But to me, the biggest story is the new levels of accountability and the leadership that Aaron Rodgers is bringing this organization. If you look back prior to the Rodgers trade, the Jets were a rudderless ship. No leadership on or off the field. A coach that was in over his head, dazed and confused. Lots of losing. No quarterback. An offense that was probably one of the worst in the NFL. You trade for Rodgers last year, and a lot of that automatically changed because he had that presence of a Hall of Fame quarterback that's been there, done that, and won. But he also had hard knocks. You had a lot of newness. So while his change made an impact last year, the Jets had some respect. People felt better. They felt credible. Things fell apart when he got hurt. But this year, I think things seem a lot different because, A, there's no more shell shock of Rodgers being in the building. Now he's just one of many people on the team. He's blended in. He's friends with everybody within the organization. So that's gone. Everybody understands the offense. They also understand what they need to do to win because they saw the nightmare that was last year. And what Rodgers is doing now, and you saw the videos of him and Garrett Wilson talking, the intense conversation, which got weird headlines. You have two guys that are just want to win more than anything, that want to perfect their craft and are perfectionists in general, that have an exact attention to detail that this organization was lacking for decades, right? So you have that tone, that mindset is now trickling all throughout the organization where you see Rodgers talking about it. And the quote that he said yesterday was just like, you want to run through walls. You're like, finally, somebody is bringing this to the organization, where he said, you know what? Guys need to know, if you want to win on Sunday, you need to win Monday through Friday on the practice field. And that is so damn important, especially when you know all the mishaps the Jets have had. So now when you have a presence like that is demanding perfection, and you saw him, the way he talks, and it's like, last year you worried about the coaching staff holding players accountable. You had the excess of penalties. You have dumb routes, dumb this, dumb that. Dumb play calls or missed assignments or whatever else. Zach Wilson wasn't going to say anything. A lot of guys on the field weren't going to say anything. They were just like looking around for, what do we do now? And now what you have is you have guys going to tell you what to do. Like Joe Tippmann is struggling with the snaps. Rodgers is like, you know what? He's a good player. He's potential to be all-pro. I know when I got to rip his ass to get him to be where I need him to be. Garrett Wilson, they work out their routes. Breece Hall, he said, you know what? Breece is a great player. His attention to detail in the meeting room, the film room, is helping a lot because now he can help other people. When you have that leadership and you set that tone, everybody follows suit. And then you know what your standard is in the weight room, in the film room, the practice room. And that's going to make this whole team better, especially when you consider how much talent they have on both sides of the ball. I'll continue to say it. Everybody wants to make fun of Jet fans, like, oh, you guys want to win the AFC East, best paper. Like, the Jets have legitimate game-breaking talent on both sides of the ball. Now it comes down to putting it all together with a firm leader and taking no nonsense and no bullshit and win football games. I love the tone. I love these intense interactions with the players. I think it's great. It's been needed forever. So you got to give Rodgers credit. Now, again, it all has to translate on the field week one. You want to see the team stay healthy. But when you have players like him or even Tyron Smith, which I didn't mention yet, Tyron Smith is molding this young group on the offensive line. Him and Morgan Moses, working with Tippmann, working with Olu, working with Carter Warren. Like, you have that whole play like a Jet slogan they've used forever. This team is now knowing what it is under Rodgers' leadership, and I think it's awesome.